NFL.com is up to the number 10, the top 10. And a couple of Browns in the released top 100 section that was this weekend. Nick Chubb at 26, up 10 spots from last year. Myles Garrett at 16, up 74 spots from a season ago. Is it just me? I think Garrett could have even been higher.
I think so. And I think, honestly, if he didn't have the bout with COVID in the middle of last season, I think he would have been higher. He is the highest ranked defensive end. There are only two defensive linemen above that are still out there. T.J. Watt is still out there, and he deserves to be. And Aaron Donald, who's the reigning defensive player of the year, he deserves to be. They don't play the same position. So Garrett is the top of his position. I think that says something. There are still people who hold it against him what happened in Pittsburgh a couple seasons ago. I would just tell those people to move on and judge him by his actions since then. This is voted on by the players, and I think that the players, everybody who's played against Myles Garrett knows how dominant he is, how freakish he is. I'm very pleased that he is where he's at, and it also it gives him hunger. I missed the top 10 this last year. You better believe he's going to be going for that top 10 again. And with Chubb, he's the fourth running back on the list. Derrick Henry's above him, Alvin Kamara, and Dalvin Cook. All three of those. Well, Henry's coming off just a freak season. You got to tip your hat. He's a great running back. Kamara and Cook are both exceptional receivers out of the backfield, and they offer a lot of passing game things that Nick Chubb doesn't necessarily do. He doesn't necessarily need to do that because the Browns have Kareem Hunt to do that. Those teams don't have those guys that can do that in their offenses. So I think it's a fairly fair position for him. I've said all along that if I need a guy to hand the ball off to, I will take Nick Chubb over everybody. I think the list sort of reflects that. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to quibble with anybody who says that Derrick Henry is better. He certainly has the results to put that on paper. But as far as like a total complete running back, Chubb isn't quite there yet. He's really, really good. And he's proven that he can be a capable receiver. But just the fact that he's not leaned on to do that as much, I think that hurts his eyes, or hurts him in the eyes of the players around the league too. It's still impressive to be in the top 26. 25 would have been nice, and you can say, "Oh, we got two guys in the top 25." Didn't quite work out that way, but next year you could see two and possibly even three, because I think to throw back at Rick Bucher for a second, if Baker Mayfield has the kind of year that he is working towards, I think you're going to have a hard time keeping him out of certainly the top 50. He was well down the list now, and they have other candidates too. Keep that in mind too. Odell Beckham didn't make the list this year. Jarvis Landry had the lowest ranking he's had in a long time this year. Those guys are capable of being higher up as well. Like we talked about in the first segment, it's a nice problem to have when you have so many good players on the team.